Hello again, I'm Matthew from thewetpen.com, and 2022 was a good year for notebooks. I got a bunch of nice ones. This one from Galen Leather is an old model but new to me. And these ones from Kagazi are gorgeous and will get their own video at some point. And many of you will remember the video that I did a couple of months ago about Regalia paper and the new version of the Endless Recorder. And now, I just got a package in the mail from India with a notebook from Endless. It's called the Endless Observer. So without any further preamble, I'm just going to jump into this video and start by showing you the basics of this notebook, how it's different from the Recorder, and then we can take it from there. The Endless Observer is an A5 sized notebook that comes in this nice slipcase with embossed gold foil branding. Here it says, "For all minute details of life," and below that we get the basic details. Hardcover notebook, lays flat, ink-loving Regalia paper. The binding of this notebook might be the most unique thing about it. Although it does have hard covers, the spine of the notebook is soft and exposed. You can see here that it's bound with black cloth, and it really does lay flat from the start with only minimal pressure, which makes it wonderfully comfortable to write on. But let me start from the beginning. The notebook has a plain brown front cover, but it's also available in black, and the Endless logo is embossed on the back cover. It's attractively minimalist. Inside the front cover of the Observer, we have a title page with a few lines for labeling, and the Endless logo at the bottom. And then there's a blank leaf, and then 2 table of contents pages, and then the first numbered page appears on the next right-hand page. These pages, as you can see, are dot grid, and it looks like the dots are spaced 5 millimeters apart, so this would be a good notebook for those of you who use fine nibs, but I suspect that it's just a matter of time before these are also available in ruled and blank pages also. And here you can see that the final numbered page is 187. Unlike the Endless Recorder, there's no pocket at the back of the notebook, but we do have this tan ribbon bookmark that matches the color of the cover. The Recorder has 2 bookmarks. Otherwise, the two are very similar. They are both the same size, A5, and they both have the same number of pages, and they both use the same Regalia paper. But the Observer is about $5 less expensive. Now, if you haven't seen my video about Regalia paper, I'll recommend that you watch that for a more thorough look at all of the details about this paper. But I have to at least show you some of the basics, because Regalia paper is pretty amazing. Sheening inks are brilliant on Regalia paper and really pop. And Regalia handles my most horribly behaved inks with ease. I get virtually no feathering or bleed through. Regalia is relatively lightweight at 80 GSM, but there is practically no ghosting, so you can comfortably write on both sides of every page. And because Regalia paper is pure white, it shows off the true colors of all of your favorite inks. This is Birmingham Snowflake. This is Troublemaker Abalone. And this is Birmingham Jade Inferno. The smooth, soft surface of Regalia always makes good contact with your fountain pen nib, so you're much less likely to get any skipping or hard starts. In feel, it's very similar to Cosmo Air Light or Cosmo Air Snow, but to me it feels a little less cushiony. But when you write on it, it does produce a slightly thicker line, just like those Cosmo papers. Okay, I couldn't just let this go. When I was testing the paper in this observer with my old bottle of Birmingham Mulberry Silk ink today, I got some visible feathering. In the Endless Recorder, I couldn't make anything feather, so that made me worry that there was something different about this paper, and maybe I got some paper from a bad batch or something. So I'm going to test my original paper against the new paper. I tore a page out of the recorder, page 185 in fact, and below is the observer. And man, this ink is wet. It just gushes off this pen. Now, I'll give these a minute to dry, and as you can see, I got feathering on both of the papers. And not only that, if I turn these papers over, it bled through also. Is this just a bad ink? I'm going to take a quick look at this on Cosmo Air Snow too. And with that dry, you can see that it also feathered, which is something I haven't really seen on Cosmo. However, when I turn the paper over, you can see that it did not bleed through at all this time. So the good news is that there's no quality control issue. The bad news is that I have to add this Mulberry Silk ink to the top of my worst behaved inks list. Some people don't like the soft surface of papers of this type, and it does tend to pick up oils from your hands, although to a lesser degree than Cosmo in my tests, so that's something to keep in mind. Mulberry Silk aside, the paper alone would probably make this notebook a winner for me, but the lower price is a nice bonus too. I suppose that I might occasionally miss having the back pocket while I'm traveling, and I want a place to store ticket stubs and stamps and that sort of thing, but I do also own envelopes and glue if it comes down to it. Ultimately, I love the simple but practical design of the Observer. Its sturdy cover, its lay-flat spine, and its excellent paper. Now, I really hope that the folks at Endless Stationery take the next step and make one of these with a soft paper cover to be used with A5-sized leather notebook covers like Midori and these other Japanese companies do. These end boards make the Observer a little too thick for a lot of leather covers. And that's it. If you're interested in notebooks and inks and pens, then I hope you'll take a moment to subscribe to my channel and maybe give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Stay safe out there, everyone, and I'll be back soon with another video about pens and ink.